Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about roundabouts and simple junctions and how you can navigate them on your bike. So if you guys haven't already checked out our previous video on road position, I'd really recommend you visit the AXA Community Bike Rides Resource Centre and just have a quick look at that first before we get into this video. So with roundabouts in particular, you're going to want to apply the same logic as you would if you were driving a car, okay? So as always, same rules of the road apply in terms of lane choice, how you move through roundabouts and so forth, which we'll definitely touch on shortly. With the simple junctions, what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick look at an example crossroads, how you go left, how you go right, maybe some positions you should adopt as you go through those crossroads. So with our roundabouts, you're going to generally encounter three main things, okay, as you guys approach the roundabout. Maybe you want to turn left, maybe you're going to want to turn right, and perhaps you're going to want to go straight on, okay? And there's small little differences between each movement that you're going to make out on the road itself, and we are going to run you through some examples on each of these now shortly. So while you're going left at a roundabout, you're going to want to adopt the proper lane, okay, as signaled and marked out on the road itself. You're going to want to take that primary position, signal your intent as always to make the turn, yield to the traffic that's on the roundabout already, and make your turn and proceed on. When you're going straight at a roundabout, again, you're going to want to adopt that lane. Now you have to take in mind that sometimes lanes at roundabouts may be altered, so you're going to have to keep an eye out again for those markings on the road themselves. Generally, it's the leftmost lane to go straight on. Again, you're going to want to adopt that primary position, okay, as discussed in that recent video. And you're going to want to approach the junction. No need for signaling this time as you move on to the roundabout. You're going to want to yield to the cars on the roundabout already. Proceed. As you guys get halfway through that roundabout, then you're going to want to stick that hand out to make the signal into the lane or exit that you guys want to take. And when you guys are going right at a roundabout, okay, so this is the third example that we were talking about. This one is a little bit more tricky because most often you're going to have to move across lanes, okay, and don't worry, we'll show you an example of this too. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to check to make sure that traffic isn't coming up. As always, you're going to want to signal your intent to move. You're going to want to move out into that primary position, and then you're going to want to go across the lanes, okay, into that lane that you wanted to make the turn, again adopting the primary position in that lane. Enter the roundabout, as always yielding to the cars on the roundabout. Move around the roundabout, proceed, and as you approach your exit point, stick the hand out, check you over your shoulder, and proceed off into the exit. So what are we talking about when we're talking about simple junctions then, okay? So generally what we're going to discuss in this video is crossroads, T-junctions and the like. The best part about this, guys, is a lot of the principles and practices we've chatted through with the roundabouts, they can be applied directly over onto that simple junction navigation as well. And like the roundabouts, we'll have plenty of examples in here for you guys to look at and apply out on the road. So a couple of kind of examples off the cuff. If you're going left at a crossroads and you have to stop or yield, you're going to want to move out again into that primary position, stop at the stop sign, make sure you've signaled all the while, okay? Once it's safe to do so, proceed out onto the road and move back into the secondary position, and you can move on your way. Again, with the right hand turn on the same kind of same terrain, same principle, you're going to want to signal your intent to do so out into the primary position. Make sure you stop at the stop sign or yield sign, whatever the case may be. Ensure it's safe to do so and proceed across the junction and back into the secondary position when it's safe to do so. And lastly, guys, at the crossroads, when you're going to move straight through the crossroads, okay, and you guys need to stop or yield, you're going to want to adopt that primary position again, just like you did with the left and the right, but the only difference is this time you're going to go straight on through that crossroads when it's safe to do so. A small little tip that some people may not know or they may not adopt out on the road is actually when they're moving through a crossroads when they have the right of way. So think of this as maybe a crossroads on a regional road when there's maybe an offshoot down a laneway on the left and the right, and you're on that regional road. You're going to want to adopt that primary position to get out, to make sure that the traffic emerging from that crossroad is able to see you and you can proceed on ahead. So in conclusion, that's just a quick explainer video on how we navigate simple junctions and roundabouts out on the road.